Joe and Hampton, lights dim, this game time. Interview sharp, cut through like a shank line.
All right, Stick Lounge. We're on Facebook, Stick Lounge. We're on Instagram at Stick_Lounge. YouTube at Stick_Lounge_podcast. TikTok at Stick.Lounge.podcast. Email sticklounge@dat, DAT, creolesoul.com. You guys want to use the Stick Lounge podcast studio? Hit us up. We got everything set up. We'll set you up, create some content. You want to use the Stick Lounge itself? Hell yeah, you do. We got a full PA system set up for 4 mics. We've got 70-inch TV. We've got darts. We've got cards. We've got chess. We've got, I think we got Uno. We got everything, guys.
We have exploding kittens,
party
too.
Karaoke.
I don't even know what that is.
You want to watch a movie with your friends? You want to have a birthday party? That's what it's here for. Des Moines, Washington, right off Marine View Drive, right above Creole Soul. Thanks for listening. All right, Stick Lounge podcast coming in. We're doing it without Hampton today. He's still on the mend with the knee replacement, but he's doing well. I was going to phone him in, but he was waking up from a nap. So we're just going to let him finish.
I saw him working out his knee on Facebook, so he's looking good.
He's getting there. Real quick, want to touch on a couple things. So Creole Soul, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday brunch. Michael Powers is back in the house. Let's do the...
Michael and I go way back.
Oh, yeah. So they'll be open. We'll be open. I'm helping run the ship right now. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday brunch. Michael Powers, make sure you catch that.
Wow.
Hamp's working his knee. He's going to be back soon. And when he comes back, he's got some big things in the works. He's adjusting some pricing. He wants to have some of the cheapest drink prices in town. So he's doing all of his research right now.
I like that.
Yeah, that's his new goal. And menu's always good. Come check us out, guys. Stick Lounge. As soon as Hamp gets back, I'm going to have some things going on up here. I've got several different ideas. The first one, I think, I'm going to reach out to Two Bar. We had the guy that owns Two Bar here, Nathan, and phenomenal whiskey. I want to do a whiskey night up here, but we're going to combine it with a speakeasy whiskey night. And the gentleman that I interviewed last week, he's with MIB, Steve. You know Steve, right? Steve Edmiston.
Oh, yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
so Steve apparently does a talk about prohibition.
He does. He talks about,
Yeah, so we're going to do the whiskey up here. So you're going to come taste some different whiskeys, learn about Two Bar, and learn about the history of Prohibition in the Seattle. And I guess particularly, he said there's some really cool stuff for Des Moines itself. So
Des Moines and Woodmont Beach.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
and
cool.
Redondo and all that area.
Awesome.
That was, it was action-packed.
That's very cool. Yeah, I'm excited to hear that. So keep a lookout for that. Also, I think I want to do a couple dance nights. We had a 1980s themed birthday party up here, and everyone was dancing, having a good time. And I kind of thought, what if we did that just for everyone, right? Excuse me, have a 80s night or a 90s night or something like that, and have just a tiny little club space where people can just come dance and have drinks and have a good time. Because there's not a lot of places you can do that here right now. So
There aren't any.
So that's what I'm thinking about. Anyways, let's introduce the guests here. We got Joey Jewell. Joey, how's it going?
It's going great.
And we got Patrice in here. Patrice, what's your last name?
Thorell.
Farrell. I did know that. Sorry. Yeah. So Patrice told me, Joey, that we had to bring you on. She said you're a hell of a singer.
I've been called better things than that, but yeah,
Okay.
that'll
All
work.
right. Very cool. So you're from the Des Moines area?
I was born in Seattle, and I grew up in Federal Way.
Okay.
But I hung out in Des Moines because I loved it so much when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And
Understandable.
spent a lot of time here.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been here for 7 or 8 years now, but the second we moved in this area, I'm like, this is it. I like this. Small town, slow,
Great town.
a little bit slower than the big city, which I enjoy. Right on the water, it's perfect. So we're gonna jump into what you do. I guess would it be on your free time, or do you do it professionally?
I do it professionally, and
Okay.
I have a lot of free time. I used to work for the city of Des Moines.
Okay.
I was on the marina staff, and I retired 11 or 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always played music on the side.
Okay.
And, of course, I lost all of that during COVID, like all the musicians and singers did.
Everybody lost a lot during COVID.
Right.
Unfortunately.
And so I got back into it, as soon as, everybody was starting to open again, and having a lot of fun doing it.
Nice.
Doing a lot of shows this summer. I've got 22 shows this summer.
Wow,
And,
that's awesome.
Real busy.
Very cool. So how long were you with the city? I'm sorry.
I started in 1977, and I retired in 2013. It's 37 years, and
Nice.
I worked on the marina staff.
Well, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
you.
That's a great retirement.
The city was great to me. They treated me great, treated my family great, And if I could go back, I'd do it all over again.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm a tradesman as well, and I tell guys if you're not going to go, be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, just go into trades, man. There's good money there, city workers, electricians, plumbers, we need them too. We need them. So,
but not only that, at the marina, he was the head of the entertainment field for the marina. He ran all kinds of special events, fancy car shows and boat shows and all kinds of great things.
Well, that's a great position to have with the city.
It was great. We developed a program for visiting yacht clubs, and so we'd put on shows for them.
That's awesome.
And they loved coming down there. It was a party atmosphere, and we always had I guess they still do have yacht clubs visiting down there.
I actually, somebody was talking about that recently, about how you can be a member of one. Maybe it was when we were at the yacht club talking about sneaker ball. You can be a member of a yacht club, and then you can go and visit like certain other ones, and you have like priority status or whatever.
Right.
Like you can put your boat there and stay there overnight and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So what you were setting up was more of like to learn about each yacht club, visit them, figure out which one you want to be a part of, or how did that work?
Well, we just went out there and started visiting all of them.
Okay.
And not only at the marina, but at the Seattle Boat Show as well. And I learned that people have this idea that people at yacht clubs wear white pants and they have martinis.
Sure. Yep, 100%.
That's not what it is. Most of them are just normal people that and they've got a boat that's affordable, and they get into a club to have a good time with other people. Some of them are a little rowdier than other ones.
Right.
The old saying goes, it's not a yacht club, it's a drinking club with a boating problem. So
I've heard that before, actually. No, it's funny because that was my impression as well until I got to know some people that are in the yacht club and started doing some work, and now I tell people like, oh, we're going to do a live broadcast from the yacht club for this ball. And they're like, oh, from the yacht club. I'm like, no, it's actually pretty chill. Everybody's really cool.
Great people at the yacht club.
Oh, yeah,
we love the Des Moines Yacht Club.
Yeah, and we're going to
friends.
get Oscar in here. You think Vonda would come on?
Vonda would probably come on.
Maybe I could get Oscar and Vonda to come on at the same time.
That might be a great idea.
That'd be cool, yeah. And she stays down there and maintains the...
Oh, she handles all of it. She's the coordinator, manager, head of everything down there when the events are happening. So she's just amazing.
Nice. Yeah, we'll get them on here. I think she'd do great.
She would.
So you said you were a musician the entire time you were working with the city. Now, from a musician, I'm not a musician. I told you earlier I was in bands. I sang.
Yeah.
Do you play or just vocals?
Right now, I just do vocals.
Okay.
I started out as a trumpet player when I was a
nice.
little kid.
Very cool.
Played trumpet many, many years. I was in the United States Army Band. And
wow, I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
yes, and I quit playing the trumpet 3 years ago for medical reasons.
Okay.
The surgeon said you can't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
And I said, okay. Well, I figured out early on when I was playing in bands as a kid that the singer always got more money, and so that was one of the reasons that I decided to go in. And I love singing. I just love doing old standards and stuff like that.
Very cool. It's funny because when I was in bands, I always had the utmost appreciation for the musicians, right? The guys playing the guitar, the bass, the drums. They were the real talent, but I was the face, right? You're the front man. And so everyone, they'd come up and talk to me and sign some autographs, whatever. But it was like, these guys are the talented ones. Like, I'm just hanging out in the band, I always felt really bad. I was hauling equipment on and off stage, trying to, I'll help guys. What can I do? Because I don't play.
Well, I've had many people come up to me and admit, we like coming to your shows because we love listening to the band.
There you go.
It's right open. I get it. I have the best musicians around, and so I'm right there with you. you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So when did you find out that okay, so I know you're a crooner, is that correct?
I've been called other things, but yeah, crooner works.
Okay. Now, I wasn't 100% sure on that term. I mean, I've heard it, but crooner is actually like Frank Sinatra and stuff, right?
Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Michael Bublé, do a lot of his tunes. Yeah.
I always thought it was like big band or swing, but that's completely different.
It's
huh?
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing?
Crooners sing with big bands.
Oh, so the crooner is the singer.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Do we know where that term comes from? I'm just
I
curious.
have no idea.
Okay. I don't know to crooning.
I think the first crooner out there was Bing Crosby.
Okay.
And then and then Perry Como, and then along came Sinatra and the rest of them.
Nice. Have you always enjoyed that type of music?
I love it.
Yeah.
I never get tired of it.
Yeah. It's good stuff, man.
It's just the best. I love swinging horns and all that stuff.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because I don't listen to it often, and you were coming here tonight, so I put it on in the lounge, and I'm like, man, this is good music. I should listen to this more, you know?
Well, and all three of us
really
were
is.
talking down there, and I was having trouble listening to what you're saying because my ear was cueing in on Sinatra.
Yep.
You're getting ready for your show.
I'm instantly drawn to it, you know?
My daughter's boyfriend, Caden, he young man, I think he's 20, and he loves that music. You know, we were singing karaoke in here one night. Actually, we've sang karaoke many times, but that's his go-to. He's like Sinatra and stuff, you know. And I'm like, that's for a guy your age. I love it. I'm impressed, but you don't see that very often.
There's a lot of kids. A lot of kids are into that music now. And I say kids, I'm saying early 20s and so forth because of Michael Bublé.
Oh yeah.
He brought a lot of those kids into the fold, and I did a show one time at the Triple Door. We were just talking about that.
I like that place.
And here is 3 tables full of these kids. They're not over the age of 25.
Really?
And they're all wearing fedoras, even the girls.
Nice.
Exactly.
That's
I
awesome.
like it.
That's awesome. So, aside from doing the crooner, the big band stuff, do you do other music as well, or?
I do a little pop music with this one group that I play with, and right now I'm doing a lot of shows with a partner of mine by the name of Chris Anderson, and Chris is going to be with us at the Bayside.
Nice.
And we sneak some, you know,
Yeah.
goofy songs in there. He does a good Tiny Tim, and last night we did. We just talked about that Neil Diamond song,
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, everybody loves Sweet Caroline.
Everybody starts singing along with
everybody
it.
was. Neil Diamond is.
My wife was the biggest Neil Diamond fan. I mean,
They're everywhere.
She went to probably, I can't even, 10, 15 times see him live.
Oh
Like
my
since she
goodness.
was like 9, I think, when she started going, 8 or 9. Crazy. Actually, we had to move to Seattle without her because she had tickets to a Neil Diamond show in Arizona when we moved here. So she stayed, she went to the show, and then she flew
That's
here.
our Becca.
And also, I think she worked that in so she didn't have to make the drive with us because it was a long drive.
There you go.
Smart woman.
Yeah, yes, she was. So you're doing the Bayside Sneaker Ball, and that is right in front of me here, June 14th.
June 14th.
Correct. Okay, cool. That's why we got to get Oscar and Vonda in here before that because we want to talk about that. What else do you have going on? You said you got 22 shows lined up?
A lot of shows, and I do them in 3 or 4 different settings. Last night, Chris and I did. It's called a track show. It's like karaoke, except it's a nice big sound system, and they're professional tracks.
Okay.
And I enjoy doing that because you don't have a band to back you up.
Right.
You got to be an entertainer. It's difficult to do.
Yeah.
But we've gotten good at it over the years. I've been doing track shows for almost 30 years.
Nice.
And the people just loved it.
So you're playing to, it's like karaoke, you're playing to a backtrack or singing to a backtrack.
Correct. Okay. And then I also sing with a 7-piece band. That'll be the band at the Bayside.
Nice.
I have a 4-piece thing, and then a 12-piece band.
Wow.
That's the one I do most of my shows with.
Holy
and
cow.
once in a while I do it with a 17-piece band.
That's
It's
amazing.
just a big band.
Like a full orchestra.
Yeah.
Big band.
Think Count Basie, and that's what we do.
So when you have a
That's
17-piece band, you're talking what? Guitar, bass? Is it cello? I'm
Nope.
sure you got brass, right?
It's 4 trumpets, 4 or 5 trombones, 5 saxophones.
Wow.
And then the rhythm section. It's
Oh,
mostly-
really?
Yes.
Okay, so no guitar.
Usually there's not a guitar, but sometimes I've done a few where we put the guitar in there. It's hard to be adding any more than that because it's hard to pay that many people.
Oh yeah,
You know?
I get it. I get
You know,
it.
everybody wants groceries, so I mean it's
And they're expensive.
and that, by the way, we started our show out. The show is a tribute to Sinatra at the Sands. That was an album he put out with the Count Basie Orchestra, and they had that young kid Quincy Jones directing it.
Wow, yeah.
And they made an album, and that album is just has a cult following. And so we took that album, and we had all the songs professionally written out. And so we call it Sinatra at the Sands. And then we did a lot of shows with the big band, and then we found out, you know what, we're killing ourselves out here for $80. So. So we
say $80. Hell, I'll hire you for some events.
So we took the show and we cut the charts down to a 6-horn band, and we can usually make that work.
Okay, very cool. That's awesome. So you always work with the same guys. You just add more as you go. Or
Basically the same guys, but I'd say on every show there's one substitute here or there.
Right.
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 Because the guys come from anywhere from Bellingham to Olympia.
Wow.
And you want to get the best guys you can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and so
you got to be on your A game.
Yeah, it's tough, and all those guys they're all pros, and they all read music really well.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So are they like classically trained? I'm assuming. Did any
a lot of them
come
are classically
from, like, the
trained,
or anything like that,
but in symphonies, whatnot. But most of them are jazz players.
Okay.
And they got to read. They got to read music.
Yeah, that's one thing I cannot do.
And,
Can you read music?
I can.
You played trumpet.
I'm a good reader.
Okay, I was a tablature guy, right? When I do play the little bit of guitar I can play, it's tabs. I don't reading music stuffs.
Yeah, but a lot of the guys in the band are either are or were high school band teachers too.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so
that's amazing.
a lot of educators.
That's perfect. Awesome. So where do you guys play? I mean, is it all over the place? Do you have staples that you go to?
Everywhere. We played. This will be my 26th or 27th show at the Triple Door.
Wow.
And we do a lot of weddings, and a lot of summer concerts.
Very cool.
A lot of summer.
Where are you
going to
be this summer?
There you go. Plug it.
I'm going to be at the Des Moines Beach Park on July 30th.
That's right, and we're all going to be there with you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Swinging 60s Orchestra.
Yeah. Yay, Des Moines.
No, I'm excited. I've helped with the yacht club stuff before, but I've always left and never actually caught the show. And I think you played the last 2 years there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe before that too. I'm only familiar with the last.
Well,
2
we've
years.
only had two, so this is
okay.
his third. This is his third go round.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Third time's a charm.
Yes, it will be.
So, like, let's say because last year was your second year, right? So were people really excited to see you again? Did you have some fans, hometown fans?
I get some hometown fans.
Nice.
It was kind of funny. We did a show last night in Moses Lake, and one of my coworkers from Des Moines who retired years ago moved over there. And here he is at my show in Moses Lake. So that was,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you have a decent following then.
Somewhat, yeah. You see a lot of the same faces, and they put up with my jokes. They know they're going to hear the same jokes, and give me a complimentary laugh. But awesome. Yeah, we have a lot of the same people coming to our shows.
Very cool. When you do the Triple Door, what kind of a crowd do you play for? How big is that?
That's a good question, because we were talking about this the other day. When I started doing this, my crowd was between the ages of 55 and 70.
Okay.
Those people now are gone. So,
right.
Yes, they are.
And what was funny was I went and saw this show that my son was in. My son has a band that's quite popular up north. And I walked into this place. It was a theater in Mount Vernon, holds 550 people. And I looked, and it was all like 55 to 70-year-olds. And I thought, hey, these were my people. But his band does Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac.
Okay,
now,
there you go.
Now that
There you
age
go.
group is into that, right?
Yeah,
So
Very cool.
exactly.
So are they like your son's band? Are they like a cover band or?
they do, the group is called Petty or Not.
Good
And
name. Good
the,
name.
the or not means they do Tom Petty, but then they also do Fleetwood Mac.
Nice.
And they're just
I'm a
killer. Great band. Great
Very
band.
cool. That's Petty or Not.
I saw them at Mount Baker Theater, and they sold out 1,500 seats.
No kidding.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
yet. That's awesome. What's the biggest show you've ever played?
Oh, that's a good question. 1975.
Okay.
I was in the Army band,
Mm-hmm.
and a friend of mine called me up. He says, hey, I got a gig for you tonight. Do you have a dark black suit, black tie? I said, yeah, sure. He says, get on up there to the Opera House.
Okay.
And he says, and be on your best behavior and stuff. It's a good pair. He says, they're going to pay you like $300. And at that time, that was a good amount of money.
Yeah.
So I got up there. I got let into the side door, and this gal leads me in right backstage and then on the stage, and the curtains are closed. And I sat down in the trumpet section. A guy hands me the third part that I was playing. There was like 5 trumpet players. It was a full orchestra too, strings, everything.
That's crazy.
And I'm looking around, what am I doing here? And all of a sudden, this guy puts his hand on my shoulder and says, thanks for doing the show tonight. We appreciate you doing this at the last minute. And I said, well, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
And the guy walks away, and he walks out, and the curtains open, and he walks on stage, and he turns around. It's Tony Bennett.
Oh, really?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
What? That's crazy.
And I just about fell out of my chair, and all of a sudden I'm scared to death.
Holy cow!
The charts weren't that hard or anything, but it was quite the experience. I'd say that's the
man.
biggest show I ever did.
That's
yeah,
wonderful.
That's wild. Tony Bennett, and you had no idea.
I had no idea.
Wow, yeah, don't choke, right?
Well, I'm glad they didn't tell me because I've been,
maybe that's why they didn't
nervous
tell you.
all day,
Yeah, it's fine. It's no big deal. Just show up. You know how to do it.
Well, after about the second or third song, it was good. I was relaxed and everything was great after
That's
that.
perfect, man. I bet you were on a high after that.
I still am.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It never went away.
That'd be an adrenaline rush
Right.
too.
I shook his hand after the show and everything. It was great.
So do you prefer being a front man over being, in a chair or?
Well, I don't do the chair anymore because I don't
Right.
play, but I enjoy getting out in front and singing,
Crowd working,
making
singing.
people, laugh and have a good time.
Right.
I do a lot of shows at, what do they call that? Assisted living facilities, adult communities.
We got a lot of those around here.
Right? Yes. I'll be at the Panorama City in Olympia tomorrow night.
Okay, everybody take note of that. You want to get there.
Yep.
Check it out.
Me and Chris will be there doing our show.
All right. Now, is that a track show?
No, that'll be with the 7-piece band that I'm bringing to the Bayside.
Okay, very cool. So you and Chris, you guys take turns, do different songs, kind of on and off? Or?
We're so, I hate that. I don't want to sound like I'm boasting, but we're good at what we do.
Sure.
And
That's all
like
right.
last
Boast,
night,
man. It's your hour.
we call this a duet. We're doing the same song. We're trading off back and forth. And I look over and he just nods like this. And it's like, that means he's going to start it off because we
Right.
both know the song.
Yep.
And then we just switch off back and forth and sing harmonies over each other and stuff.
That's
and
great.
do a lot of clowning around.
That's cool.
It's fun.
It's nice when you've worked with someone enough or you click with someone enough where you can do that, just the nod, and okay, he's got this part. I'm going to take that part. Yeah, that's great. So with the Bayside Sneaker Ball, how long of a show are we talking about?
That's for you. How long is it?
Well, it's typically about 2 hours, but you take about a half-hour break in the middle, so it's broken up. So they start and play for about 45 minutes, take a break, and come back and do another 30 to 45 minutes.
I'll go for that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So that night we've got a lot of entertainment. There's a pianist that's going to be outside from 5 to 6 at the
nice.
champagne beginning, and then inside we're going to have the Mount Rainier High School Jazz Ensemble perform from about 6 to 6:30, and then dinner, and then comes on, the crooners.
The Jewell.
The Jewels. The Jewels will be there doing the rest of the entertainment. So it's a big
with Chris,
night.
I might say.
With Chris.
And Chris, it's hard for me to get him sometimes because he, when you do a duo show, you're splitting the money up. And he does it for a living.
Yeah.
He does 155 shows a year.
Holy cow.
He's somewhere just about every day.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
So how do you build that? I mean, you've got a lot of shows too. Is that just word of mouth? I mean, are you really pushing yourself out there, or are people searching you guys out, especially Chris if he's doing that many shows?
He has a huge following.
Okay.
And a lot of it, well, like if it's a ticketed event or door event, as you call it, like at the Triple Door, we have to get out on Facebook and stuff like that.
Right.
A lot of it is in places where the crowd is going to be there anyway, you know, like weddings and stuff like, or like
wait a minute. No, that's not true. I mean, he is Frank Sinatra in this area. Everyone knows about Joey Jewell.
Well, I know you said you got to have him on the podcast.
Yeah, so I'm just saying he is a star.
And I've heard your name. We just have never met. So.
Oh, okay.
I've heard it. It's funny. I heard about you several times, actually. I just haven't seen you.
I hope those were good things.
They were. No, they were good. They were about that. You're Frank Sinatra in this area. So
didn't you just do a show with Elvis? So
yes.
Joe just did a show with Elvis.
Oh,
Elvis came back.
He
He's
is
still
alive. Okay,
yes,
people have been saying it for years. Now, we did a UFO one with the MIBB guy, Steve. Did he get dropped off? Was he with the aliens and Elvis is back? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Well, he got dropped off in Memphis, I think.
Was it Memphis? Okay.
He must have gotten dropped back off there.
No, we do a show with Danny Vernon, who's probably the most well-known Elvis guy around in the Northwest.
Okay.
And during that show, I play a Sinatra, and then Chris plays like Bobby Darin.
Wow.
And we loosely recreate the television show from 1960 where Elvis came home from the Army.
Really?
To the Frank Sinatra show.
That's very cool.
And we do it a lot at the Muckleshoot Casino.
I'm going to have to take Lily to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Because not only is she a Sinatra fan, she's a huge Elvis fan.
Oh,
everybody is.
I want to see it too.
Yeah. You know what got my daughter onto Elvis was that new Elvis movie, I forget his name.
Oh, yeah, that was just out.
The guy that plays Elvis, that actor. She is in love with that guy. His name escapes me right now, but she watched that. Now that's her Elvis. You know?
Exactly.
But no, that'd be fun. So you guys do that at Muckleshoot?
Muckleshoot, and we just took on another show concerts in the park for Maple Valley in August.
Nice.
The date escapes me.
Okay.
It'll be us 3 guys up there doing Elvis, Frank, and Bobby Darin. So
where can everyone find those dates? Is it on your Facebook? Is it
JoeyJewell.com.
JoeyJewell.com, a website. All right,
Yes.
perfect. And then do you have for the band itself, is there a separate, like, so each one of these is almost a separate band, right?
Yes, correct. It's separate.
So there's not like
players.
one central area. Best is to just go to you, JoeyJewell.com, and it'll be there.
Correct.
All right, perfect. Very cool. Yeah, that'd be exciting. I'd like to see that. So what size band is playing the Bayside Sneaker Bowl?
The 7-piece. It's a band that's led by a gentleman by the name of Wayne Ledbetter.
Okay.
And he does all of Danny Vernon's shows and several other shows too. Busy guy, real busy guy.
Okay.
But he's good at what he does.
Nice.
Very
nice.
good.
Very cool. So how come you had to stop playing trumpet, if you don't mind me asking?
What happened was I went to the doctor and I was getting x-rays because I have an ongoing problem with kidney stones. And they discovered that I have what is called a AAA.
Okay.
A AAA is an aneurysm in your aorta. And they can be serious. And so they said, you need to have surgery. And so I had surgery on it. They repaired it. Everything's all good and well. I'm going to live to be 130.
Perfect.
And but I had a meeting with the surgeon a couple weeks later. And I asked her, I said, well, then I can go ahead and start playing the trumpet again. And she goes, you play the trumpet? I said, yeah. She goes, not no more, you don't.
Really?
She says, no.
Is it because the pressure?
There's a lot of pressure in there, the diaphragm and whatnot. And
Okay.
it was in her opinion that I'd stop playing.
And you don't have that same, I mean, I guess singing you use your diaphragm a lot, but just not as much as you would the trumpet.
Correct.
Okay.
Trumpet is something else. It's a difficult instrument to play, and I'm not going to sell my trumpet. I'm going to keep it. But yeah, and it was it was mostly for myself. I played a lot at home, and I played a few times with Ledbetter's band, but I just like singing so much more.
That's good. That's good.
But I love the trumpet. I told somebody that my favorite sound on planet Earth is the sound of the trumpet. I just love the sound of a good trumpet player.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's got a classic sound to it too. I mean,
it's
and with the
perfect.
military, taps and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah, I did.
I'm sure you did that a lot.
I played taps. I 73 times
No kidding.
for funerals.
Wow.
Because my name always came up to do
really?
it. And yeah, it's over 70 times.
Wow. So you know that one pretty well.
Oh yeah, don't need the sheet music for that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Patrice, let's jump to you a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So I see your fancy sneakers.
I do. Should I show them?
Yeah, if you can, if you can.
Where should I put my big foot?
If you could put it just right up here, that'd be perfect.
Right up here.
All
yes.
right. So that's an example of what we're going to be seeing.
This is a beautiful sneaker for the Bayside Sneaker
Yeah,
Ball that's
the
coming
Bayside
up.
Sneaker Ball.
So you can wear your sneakers, whatever sneakers you like, but if you want to bedazzle them, that's really fun too. So
I gotta
you'll
get some
see
of those.
these.
Yeah, yeah. So what's the Bayside Sneaker Ball? I see tickets are out right now, right?
Yep, the tickets are out, and it's going to be, we're expecting about 200 people coming for this event, so it's going to be our biggest time ever. We've got Oscar Solano and his team coordinating everything, and it's just going to be outstanding. I mentioned a little bit before at the beginning is going to be an outdoor champagne party with a pianist and the silent auction items and a step and return red carpet into the facility at 6 o'clock with the Mount Rainier High School band, and then there's going to be the fabulous the Crooners with Joey Jewell and Chris Anderson and the 7-piece band, which is going to be just a lot of fun.
Now, for the pianist that's playing outside, is that a full piano, keyboard? What are we talking?
I'm not quite sure. We'll have to ask her about that when he comes in.
Okay,
Because
all right,
it's somebody that he's organized. But yeah, I know it's just going to be fabulous. The
Very
whole
cool.
thing. I mean, he is a event producer.
Yeah.
So
Man,
I
I mean,
know
very nice
Oscar's
guy.
going to put everything together, and it's going to be the most spectacular event that Des Moines has ever seen. I guarantee it.
We get him in here and talk to him about that. I know he used to be a cop too, right?
He was a cop. He grew up in L.A., and he was a cop, and then he was a private security guy for all these musicians and big stars.
Yeah, I think he had his own company, right?
He's got his own. He's got companies.
Multiple companies. Okay.
He travels all over the place, so
Nice.
I can hardly keep track of him. I'm glad he's here in Des Moines. This is his headquarters, but
Yeah.
he's off and running all over the place. And
Yeah.
that's just phenomenal. And we're so lucky to have him as one of our board members for the Des Moines Legacy Foundation.
Yeah.
We've got some superior board members right now. And 4 young people that. Oh, thank you. I just have to thank God for these 4 new incredible board members that are going to take us to the next level. I'm so excited.
Very cool. How'd they get involved?
They just heard about the Legacy Foundation, wanted to get involved in the community, do good things, especially for our kids and our low-income folks. And they looked us up and said, "Hey, I'm interested." We invited them to our board meeting, and now they're in.
And they're in.
And thank you so much, Oscar, Constantine, Maury, and Pierre. You guys are awesome. And everyone else, of course.
How much are tickets for the Bayside Ball?
Well, there's the tickets for the Bayside Ball, $75 for seniors, 65 and over.
Okay.
$100 for general public. If you want to be a sponsor, there are sponsor levels as well. If you want to be a fancy ticket holder, it's $150 a ticket, and that gives you all these special goodies like your own T-shirt and lots of camera and those types of fun things.
All right, cool.
And we've got just an outstanding list of sponsors. Do I have a minute? So
Go for it, yeah.
Okay, let me go through this.
As long as Joey's good with it.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Well, of course, Oscar's company's Optimum Event Rentals, which is a big deal. They're providing all of the goodies for the event.
Nice.
You know, all the.
You know, it's funny. I wanted to start Becca had a event planning business back in Arizona.
Yeah.
And I tried to convince her for the longest time to let's get the tables and the chairs and the linens. Let's just do it all. Let's be a one-stop shop. So it's good business. Good business.
It's a great. Well, he's got all the tents and he's got all the fancy
Everything.
stuff and the red carpet and all that kind of great stuff. And then IVYX Scientific has one of our board members, Pierre Bloss, and he's donated. You know, these are all the people who donated some big bucks.
Yeah.
The Print Place is on board. They're donating all their printing and lots of money. I'm one of the sponsors. Snur Law is one of our big sponsors. That's Brian Snur. He's another one of our board members. Alaska Airlines is donating 2 tickets to fly anywhere where they fly.
Awesome.
And we are going to raffle those off. So if you want to be part of that, they're only going to be 50 to 100 tickets sold. So there's really good chance if you're a gambler
Let's go to Vegas.
There you go.
that you get to go on that. And then
Did you know that, not to stop you, but real quick, did you know Alaska flies to Japan now?
yeah, they've partnered with, I think, with Hawaiian.
Yeah, my daughter's boyfriend is going on the inaugural flight to Japan tomorrow.
Well,
His dad works for Alaska, so
Well, we are so excited about Alaska. Alaska doesn't sponsor all the events like they used to in the past.
Sure.
And so we were really blessed that they want to be part of our Des Moines Legacy Foundation. So that's great
good.
work.
Yeah.
Noble Protection Group, that's another one of Oscar's companies. South Sound Security, another one of his companies. And then Louis Productions, which is a photographer.
It's got a lot of companies.
He's got lots of companies. I'll tell you, that man
I feel like I'm busy. That guy's got to be really busy.
He's running.
I
He
bet.
is running up and down everywhere. Waterways Cruises is donating a private dinner cruise for us. And the Beverly Boat. One of my good friends, Tina, is going to be, she just opened up a new business called the Beverly Boat on Lake. It's this adorable, small outdoor
Get a little closer to your mic.
cruise.
You can pull that to you if you want to.
Okay.
Too.
Okay.
There you go.
It's one of those outdoor cruise boats, small, holds up to 12 to 20 people with a striped top on it, and it's just beautiful. And she cruises around Lake Union.
Oh, Lake Union. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be just a blast. So they're donating one of their 2-hour cruises for 10 people.
Awesome.
The North Hill Community Club donated to us. The Des Moines Yacht Club donated to us.
Nice.
Salon Michelle, one of my good buddies.
Yeah,
She's
Michelle.
a sponsor.
Stick Lounge.
Stick Lounge is one of our
go.
sponsors.
Way to
So
go.
hey, thank you for so much for that.
Yeah, we're doing a free 4-hour event, so you guys let us know what you want.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I want to do that one. I want to do that one. And then Seattle Kraken, they're involved. They're donating a signed jersey, Action Sports Bar and Grill. They're providing all the food for us. Dell
Bar food.
Computer.
That's the best kind of food.
Dell Computer's donating $4,000. So every every person that we get that comes in to help volunteer is matched by Dell
That's
Technology.
crazy.
So that's amazing. We've got the City of Des Moines. They're donating a lot of silent auction donations. John L. Scott is donating money and also wine.
It's got to be wine. It's always wine.
always.
If it's Tony, it's wine.
Yeah.
I got to get him in here too.
You do. You need to get him in here. Just Pokey. We've also got Fleur Fresca. They were with us last year. She donated a year's worth of flowers. So you buy that and you get a flowers every month.
Nice.
The Marina Mercantile is coming back with our desserts again this year. Thank
Very
you
cool.
to our local businesses.
They're right below us.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and next to us. I
next
think
to us.
they're, yeah.
And then, of course, Inkfish Foundation, George C. Scott. He always donates lots of beautiful glass pieces. And this year, it will be a glass sneaker.
Oh, really?
So if you want to buy the first ever, probably glass sneaker that there is, well, it might not be the first one, but first one we will ever see, and an original piece of art.
Very cool.
George C. Scott will be there doing that as well. So we're so excited.
No, that's awesome. I get
phenomenal.
to do the some of the glass art for the one last year. That was fun.
Yeah, wasn't that fun?
That was a lot of fun.
If you want to do some glass art, we're going to be doing lots of glass art with George C. Scott in studio, Inkfish Foundation in the future. So just stick with us.
That's a cool place too.
I love
it's very
George.
cool.
He's the best.
Yeah,
Isn't
really
he
nice
something?
guy.
He's something. He's really all about community.
So how do you get all these sponsors?
Because we've got lots of friends.
I guess so.
You must. Yeah.
You know, I just real quick, because I have people that are doing events and they're trying to get people to sponsor. What would your advice be?
My advice would be relationships.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and have a good cause.
Yeah.
You know, the Des Moines Legacy Foundation we've been around since 1999.
Yeah.
This is our 25th, going into our 26th year. And it's all about community. And if, people want to get involved, they want to support something that helps other people.
Right.
And that's what it's all about, love.
Yeah.
If you have love, if you're helping other people, that's
gonna
what
work.
it's all about. That's
Perfect. How long did it take you guys to get like these relationships and stuff for the Legacy Group?
Well, we've only been working on them for 25 years.
Right, but I mean, was it like the first 5 years were really rough? About year 10, it was like, okay, we know some people now. Like,
well,
what do you think?
new. I mean, basically, we've had everybody involved with the Legacy Foundation, and I got to say, we're best friends with the Des Moines Normandy Park Rotary Club. We're best friends with Destination Des Moines. We're best friends with the city of Des Moines.
Yeah.
We're best friends with the people that are making things happen in our community. And when you have those kinds of people on your team, you network and you just meet more and more of great people. And that's what it's all about.
It takes a lot of time too.
It takes a lot of time, but you know what? That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm finding doing this, the podcast and the lounge and stuff, it's a lot of the same, getting used to talking with all the different local businesses and making sure you try to add everybody in your posts. And a lot of it's social media now too. I'm sure when you guys started probably wasn't as much, but social media can be exhausting.
Yes.
And when we work in the community, we know the businesses. They're our friends.
Yeah.
And they want to participate. And the Rotary Board, the Rotary members are just phenomenal people.
Yeah.
And they all have businesses, and they all have really a lot of our goals align in this community. We're all a lot of us are trying to help people.
You're not trying to convince anyone to do something they don't want to do.
Yeah, they're all in. They're
Right.
usually all in. And that's what it makes this a special place. Des Moines, Washington, a special place.
There you go. We got our own podcast.
See?
The Stick Lounge.
There you go.
Thank you.
So this will be your third year doing the show at the Yacht Club. How were the first 2 years? Are you excited to come back? What's it like working with the Legacy Foundation?
Well, I've worked with Patrice for. I remember when we started Legacy, I was involved.
Yes.
Were you part of Legacy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also Destination Des Moines and all that. I just love doing that.
Yeah.
So I've always loved Des Moines. I remember coming down here as a kid and watching the parade and the Waterland Festival and all that. And I said, this is where I want to be.
Yep. Yeah.
You know. And
I
remember
tripped and fell and landed here, and I thought it was great.
the first year we had the fireworks,
Right.
4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2001.
Yep.
I believe it was. It was right after 9/11, or the year after that, or
Right.
Oh yeah, it'd be the same year.
And we had a gentleman who came here. He was a Canadian, and he lived in Redondo, and he wanted 4th of July fireworks so badly.
Right.
And he had him at the marina. He wasn't even there for the fireworks.
Right.
He was in Redondo.
Oh, really?
Right.
So you could see it
And
from Redondo?
Well, you can see him from everywhere.
Right,
And
right.
Joey and his crew were there going, whoa.
Yeah. That was.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Legacy Foundation he wanted us to be the fiduciary group to help him raise money. So, the fireworks are pretty spendy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty expensive to get those going. So,
Yep.
and a lot of wonderful big companies in Des Moines funded those for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Any just quick sidetrack? Any clue if they're doing them this year? I know they tried to do the drone thing last year, but that didn't pan out very well.
I don't know. I know there aren't fireworks, but I'm not sure about the drone show. I don't know if you know, but the city's had some economic issues happen, and
I've heard a little bit.
Yeah, some things have might not be happening. I'm not sure about the fireworks. I know the concerts in the park are happening again because here's living
I'll
proof
be there.
right here.
Nice.
You know, there's always ups and downs.
Oh, for sure.
When you have, especially with this city, things in 2007 and 2008 were a little bleak, but bounced right back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the city always bounces right back and always will.
The city will bounce back.
Yeah, there's been a big adjustment with different funds currently and things that are going on, and I think every business, every municipality has felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
So we do the best with what we got. Keep pushing, keep moving.
And it's the same everywhere else.
It is.
Yeah. We're not unique here in Des Moines to have ups and downs, but it's the same everywhere.
Well, it's the same like even in business, right? Like with what I do, all the tariffs and stuff have hit us pretty hard, but everybody's having the same problem, So when we do a job, it's no different than another company doing it because we're all facing the same stuff right now.
Right.
Same on a city level. Everybody's facing the same stuff. So keep pushing.
But I
through.
do know that the Waterland Festival is going to happen this year, and the Legacy Foundation and the city and Rotary and the food bank and the police department and the Parks and Recreation department, we're all going to be putting on and the Mount Rainier Pool and many more. We're going to be putting on a big show for the kids on a Friday.
Nice.
It'll be on July 18th, and the parades will be on the 19th.
Very cool.
And they're going to start in the marina, and they're going to go around the downtown and then out of town, and it's going to be a big, big deal. So everybody get ready for that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Please support.
Yeah.
Please support the...
And that's been the nice thing about Des Moines here, too. I mean, there's so many different little things going on. The local businesses will put stuff on, like the Sip and Shop that was happening and the Easter egg hunt and stuff. Everybody kind of gets together and does those things. And then, you've got the Waterland Pride. They just got a permit to set up for their Pride Festival they're going to have here. I've been talking with a couple people on that board. I want to get them in here to interview them as well. But they're trying. That's one of the ones I was talking about with sponsors.
Uh-huh.
They're trying really hard to build their relationships to get sponsors to make the Pride Festival here bigger.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to take a little while. It hasn't been too huge the past few years.
Well, the problem is, the time.
Yeah.
We're just kind of in a little bit of a funk as far as the economics go. So, they just have to keep on hanging in there. Hanging in.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
So can we get a peek at your set list? What do you got planned for the Legacy Group? Or for the Sneaker Ball, sorry.
Hold on
Right
just
here.
a second.
There it is.
Get back down here. Pick it up.
Give people a taste of what we're going to see.
Well, let me put on my glasses here because
Sure.
I can't blind without them.
Because you don't remember.
I can't remember anything.
I mean, look at how many bands the guy plays in. I don't know how you can remember.
It's a different set list every time.
Yeah, no kidding.
We were just talking
I
about.
don't blame you.
We are the Crooners, so there will be some croony type songs like "Come Fly with Me" and "Beyond the Sea." Everybody likes "Beyond the Sea,"
Yeah.
but we do the stuff like "Hallelujah, I Love Her So" by Ray Charles.
Nice.
And "Dance with Me Tonight." Ollie. What's his name? I can't remember. The kids all know who that is. Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Oh, nice, nice.
And it's just on and on. Mac the Knife. Yeah, lots of good tunes.
You had some other ones. Put on that list. Let's hear some more.
You're not gonna get past Patrice.
I know.
We're gonna do the ones people want to hear, like "Sweet Caroline."
Yeah, I
Yay.
gotta do that one.
A couple Beatles songs: "Can't Buy Me Love," "Day Tripper," "The Wanderer," "I'm a Believer" by the Monkees.
Oh my gosh.
nice.
Was the Monkees a real group?
Yes.
They were, but
I
weren't
was
they
wondering, they're
created for television?
They were a TV band, right?
They
or
were a TV
They were a
band.
TV
I
boy band, but they were
love
so
them.
talented.
They were,
Oh.
but they released their albums and everything too, right?
Yeah,
I was
they had
one of
they were
their-
on tour. And
Hey, we're the
everything else.
Monkeys, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's only one left.
Is there really?
Yeah, Mickey
Mickey.
DeLenz.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other ones have gone on to, Monkey Land upstairs. But I
The big zoo in the sky.
yeah,
There you go.
they were a great band though. I love their music. I love their music.
So we're not going to get you to do a cappella here today, I heard.
Oh,
How about you
Why don't
pick?
you just do "Fly Me to the Moon"? Just that
You
one
can just
chord.
do. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
fly me to the moon and let me swing forevermore. Okay, that's all I'm
All
doing.
right. Perfect. Perfect.
There you
Yay,
go.
let's hear some.
That was good. That was good.
Oh.
Just a small taste.
Yes.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah, see?
I almost threw my panties at you.
Thank you for not doing that. I have a running joke in our shows, and Chris Anderson is just this incredibly beautiful young man. He's 37 going on 17.
He's pretty cute.
He's so cute. And every time we do a show, I tell everybody, I says, Chris is a great singer, isn't he? In fact, that's why he's here. He's a great singer. I'm here so you girls have something to look at. Always get the biggest laugh with that one, of course. Yeah.
Well, then I'll save my panties for him at the Stinger Bowl. I'll bring a clean pair. Don't worry.
All right, okay.
Okay, well, I don't know if he'd want your panties. I'm sorry. Okay, what am I thinking? I'm sorry.
Come on, Patrice.
Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm excited. We're going to set up. We're going to try to broadcast live and do everything. I just got to test the Wi-Fi. Everything else is up and running, so we should be good. Excuse me. I think our plan is we're going to set up upstairs, and we're going to kind of have a shot of the whole waterfront and down below. And then, we kind of got a good idea of what we're going to do. We're walking it with Oscar. Hamp's got to get that knee working because we got to get up the stairs.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
But we're going to set up and get a good camera shot of the water and the lawn down below. And then I'm going to put some wireless microphones and cameras downstairs so we can interview people as they're coming in. So we got a plan. We got a plan.
Well,
this sounds professional to me.
Yeah, fake it till you make it, man. Fake it till you make it.
I like it.
It's either going to work or we're going to fail catastrophically. But either way, it's going to be fun.
No. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yes,
I mean,
I think
it is
so.
going to be the best event. I keep saying this. It's going to be the best event that Des Moines has ever seen.
See?
All right, cool.
I'm right
Well,
there.
you know, and third time's a charm, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
year
sure
3.
it'll be great.
Here we go. So what else do you want to push? You've got 22 shows going on. You've got your website. Do you want to push that stuff, or do you just want them to go to the website and check it out?
Go to the website and check it out. Right now, I'm drawing a blank. I'm at so many different places. I have a corporate show in Las Vegas on July, I don't know what it is, the 7th or 8th or something like that.
They pay to fly you out there and everything?
No,
damn.
but it's
That's
you know what I'm doing because I'm going down there anyway just to have fun. Okay, I'll step in
perfect.
here, do a
That'll
little
work.
show for you, and get a little gambling money.
A little gambling money. There you go. A little pocket change.
I'm doing a lot of summertime concerts and whatnot. Like I said, Maple Valley and Des Moines, and
Oh, wait a minute. Where are you going to be in Vegas?
it's a private thing.
Oh, it's a private thing.
Yeah.
You can't go.
It's called corporate.
You're not allowed.
Okay. Well, I was going to go to Vegas, and I thought,
Members only.
I'm going to go see. Okay.
Oh, DuPont. Chris and I will be in DuPont, and I think that's June 26th. Okay. And I should have brought my calendar with me, but just go on the website and check it out.
All right.
See something you like? Come on down.
And you said you're doing the triple door soon, or you just did the triple door?
July 15th.
July 15th.
And that'll be with the Swingin' 60s Orchestra, the 10, 12-piece band.
That's very cool.
And it'll be a great show. Great show.
Oh, yeah.
It is a great show.
Have you seen it?
Well, it's been at the Bayside Ball for the past 2 years.
Well,
Come on.
with the 10 or 12 piece.
Yes, with that one.
Oh, you guys had that at the Bayside Ball?
Yeah, we had the big ball. We
I
had
didn't
the big
know.
band.
See, I got kicked out.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I was the muscle. I hauled all the stuff in and set a bunch of stuff up. And
Joe.
before it started, they're like, "All right, you sweaty dude, time to go." No, I'm just playing.
Oh my gosh!
I had to work Creole Soul because my wife was just working the Bayside Ball.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. And your wife was just the love of our life.
Yes, she was an amazing lady.
Amazing.
She'd be very involved in all of this if she was still here.
She would.
This would be her podcast for sure.
It would.
First, she'd be like, "You're not doing a podcast," and she'd be like, "All right, move out of the way."
It'd be the Becca show.
For sure. What else does Legacy Group have going on?
Oh my gosh!
And I'm sure you're hyper focused on Bayside Ball right now.
Well, the Bayside Ball is the big deal. I mean, our goal is to raise $50,000 this year because we are going to be doing some amazing work this summer in Midway Park.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting on a summer program for kids right a week after school's out to the week before it starts.
Nice.
We're working with the food bank. We're working with lots of other folks. The Des Moines Police are going to show up and help, have a lunch there with the kids once in a while. We're going to have events. We're going to be working with Parks and Rec Department to have fun activities for the kids. Because there's a bunch of kids, they're in the neighborhood there, and they don't have they don't necessarily, like some of our other kids around here, might have their own car or their lots of options for transportation and things to do.
Sure.
So we want to bring the things to do to them.
Sure.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, it's just tough too when you have kids. I mean, I remember my kids are older now, but summertime, man, trying to keep them busy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm not a teacher. I work through the summer. Becca did too. You know what I mean? So, what do you do with your kids during the summertime? That's tough.
Yeah, and there's a play area up at the park, but the city is really working towards trying to build more up there. There's a soccer pitch up there with a basketball court. They
like
really
I said,
want to
soccer
make it
pitch. That was very, very British of you. I would have said field.
well. They're working with the Rave Foundation, with the Seattle Sounders, and really trying to make something happen up there for the kids in the neighborhood there that don't have a whole lot.
Right.
And so.
That's good.
And it's going to be really great because Rotary, one of my friends in Rotary, is going to organize a bus to bring the kids down to our Waterland Children's Festival.
Okay.
So the kids in the neighborhood can come down and
that's a good idea.
Do a round trip for them. And I mean, there's just so many great groups in this community that are working on good things. And the Waterland Children's Festival is going to be huge this year. We got the bouncy toys. We're going to have a magician. We're going to have face painting, bubbles, lots of games, lots of fun games out there with the Parks and Rec Department. And the library is going to be there, and the police department is going to be there handing out. One of my friends from the police department is going to hand out the bicycle helmets to the kids that need them.
Nice.
And then we're going to have boat building for a parade float building, and then the yacht club, the First Mates and the Wesley wood shop put together these adorable, fabulous wood hydroplanes that the kids can decorate and pull in the junior parade the next day.
That.
Oh, nice.
So
I did that when I was a kid.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Pull it behind your bicycle.
That's a tradition.
Yeah.
A tradition.
Of course it is.
So we're bringing it back. We've done that for the past 3 years, and it's just a great group of community members that are making all these wonderful things happen for kids.
Very awesome.
And it's all free.
You guys got to be busy.
See?
We're busy.
Very busy. So you said you're trying to hit 50,000. What'd you do the last 2 years?
Last year was 35. 35,000. So
Was it better than year one?
They were both about the same.
About the same?
About the same. And so we're just kind
trying to bump it up a little bit.
Well, we're lacing it up for Legacy this year.
There
That's
you
why
go.
we're doing the sneaker ball, and Oscar's all over it, and so is our team of marketing folks. We've just got a phenomenal team of lots of spirited young people, and then, of course, us old people. They're dragging us along, saying, "Come on, old lady, catch up with us."
But that's inspiring, though, to see that some younger people are involved.
Oh,
because
it's so exciting.
you got to have that next generation.
You have to have that.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
It's the worst when you're working on something like you have so hard, to build it, and there's no one stepping in to fill those shoes.
You know what? This is the most exciting year, I think, that I've had with the Legacy Foundation, watching these young people come in and just take over.
Now, are they residents of Des Moines?
They are.
Of course they are.
Of course.
Of course they are.
They want to see good things happen here. They want to see their community thrive. They want things for their kids. They love being here, and they just want this to be the best community there is.
Well, I was going to say, I've seen more recently, it seems like more younger families moving in, which is great.
I know.
Yeah,
take over. Come on, you young people, take this town over.
You
Get involved.
It's a great place. It's a
Yeah,
great place.
it is. It's yours. All you got to do is do it.
That's right.
Yep.
So dress code, sneaker ball. What are we thinking?
Oh, well, get fancy.
Yeah, we're going fancy.
We want to get fancy, except for you can put on your fancy sneakers or not. You don't have to have fancy sneakers on, but I would recommend it.
I mean, everyone's got the
fancy.
fancy sneakers in the pictures here.
Yeah.
So
Just, wear your sneakers or not, but if you want to, wear your sneakers. That's a great, comfortable way to come.
Yeah.
And get as fancy as you want.
There you go. Perfect.
I know. We haven't seen a lot of tuxedos there except for our beautiful performer here, Joey Jewell and Chris. But, you can get fancy and just, there aren't that many opportunities to get out, get dressed up, and have a wonderful party time. Good, wholesome fun, great people, community members. There aren't that many opportunities to do that.
No,
so when you get
it's fun to do when you get
It
the
is.
opportunity.
when you get that chance, live it up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Some of those things here in the lounge too. Have nights where you got to dress up a little bit. It's a speakeasy, but let's go back to the good old days when you dressed up to go out. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I remember going to the opera 20 years ago, and there were. Well, you probably wouldn't wear fur anymore because you might get in trouble. But, there were ball gowns and furs and all of that kind of stuff.
People don't do that anymore.
They don't do that
I
anymore.
remember when I was a kid, my parents would fly to either Reno or Vegas, and every time they got on the airplane, my dad put on a tie.
Right.
All the men did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that's one fun thing about going to Vegas is you can get dressed up there.
That's true.
Now, there are some of the outfits that are a little bit over the top for me.
You got that clubbing crowd out there too.
It's
everything.
They're out there to have fun.
I like getting dressed up and going out.
Yeah,
it's fun. Well, my daughter had a ROTC event the other night, and she was being promoted to commander. Congratulations to my daughter. Yeah, she's senior year. She's going to be commander of the ROTC, and she got a bunch of awards, and it was awesome.
What daughter?
Zoe.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations, Zoe. You're awesome.
Great.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's been working really hard.
That's big.
But before that, I came home and Lily goes, my middle daughter.
Yeah. Beautiful,
says,
Lily.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. She says, "Are we dressing up?" I said, "Yes, we're dressing up. We support each other. We dress up. We look nice for these things. So do the hair, put on a nice shirt, some slacks.
Yeah.
Got to look nice when you go out. And I'm not talking smack, but we might have been the only people that really dressed up for our daughter's thing. It's like, come on, guys, let's bring that back a little bit.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of time, take care of yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun.
It is fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And why not?
And why not?
Yeah,
life's short.
You see the
Wear
kids,
a suit every once in a
Put on
while.
a suit and tie.
The kids get dressed up for their homecoming parties and stuff like that, and that's wonderful to see for the and for the what is the other one they have during the year in the high school?
Homecoming and prom.
The prom.
Right.
And then for weddings, people get dressed up for weddings. But come on, let's get dressed up for this beautiful community party.
There you go. I like it.
Have fun.
I think it's going to be a blast. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're hitting about an hour. I think we did pretty good. Anything else you guys want to push?
Wow, time flies.
It does fly. It does
fly.
We don't have to stop here, though. If you got more, you just let me know.
Well, I was just going to say, I really appreciate the opportunity to come here and talk and to see Joey and have him croon for us a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you have a great operation here. This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much.
I just want to wish Hampton, get ready. Get
get up, get moving, bro.
Yeah, get moving, brother. I saw that knee moving, and I want to see you with that knee moving.
I text him every once in a while. You going up and down? Because he's got stairs in his house. I'm like, go hit those stairs. He's like, no. I'm like, get up and go down the stairs.
Oh, I know. Well, he's a big guy, so he's got a lot to move with that knee.
I just think it's funny because before the operation, he was like, a couple weeks, I'll be back. I'm like, dude, you're 7 feet tall. Yeah,
really?
He's ex-ball player, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a big dude. Yeah, he's
as sweet as he is big.
He is.
He is this
very, very sweet guy.
Oh, he's the guy.
But I just told him, I'm like, it's going to take some time, dude.
Knees take time. I had knee surgery. It took like 3 months before I was back to normal.
I know.
It takes time. Stay off the stairs.
Yeah.
Especially going downstairs. That really hurts.
Yeah, down. Yes.
Well, he needs to work it out though, but safely.
Well, he's got PT through the doctor's office, right? But also a lady, Inga, great lady. She is a customer of Hamp's. Came to the restaurant bar all the time. Actually gave him this really beautiful grandfather clock he has in there now. She just gave it to him. Like things from Germany. It's gorgeous. And then she helped out. She's worked the restaurant and stuff. Well, she is I don't think she's an RN, but she's a physical therapist and a nurse in some sense. So she's actually helping him as well. So he's been doubling up. He's really working hard to get back. I don't want him to overwork it, but
What? But who is managing that Creole Soul? Is that you?
That's me right
now. That is you right now. Hampton, get on it.
I'm getting
tired.
Get
back and you got to help poor Joe out.
Yeah.
He's got 2 jobs. He's got his own job.
Yeah.
And he's got
I got
your
Creole.
job.
I got the lounge. I'm trying to, and it's funny.
The lounge and oh my gosh.
And the teachers that were up here the other day, Megan, she called me like a month ago and she's like, hey, we want to do a little party in the lounge for a teacher's birthday. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Let me know. And she said, well, let me talk to the other teachers and make sure they want to do that. Perfect. I didn't hear anything. So I didn't think it was happening. And then she hit me up. I think I missed one call, but she hit me up the day before and she goes, hey, are we still good for the lounge tomorrow? And I'm like, what? Oh man, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. So come change, because we changed the lounge depending on what people want. The last thing we had in here was that 80s dance party.
Oh yeah.
And I cleaned up, but I didn't move furniture or anything. So I had to come here, put the table back out there. And with Hamp down, like moving that big glass table on your own, that's rough, man. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm sore. Anyways, busy.
But I know your beautiful daughter, Lily, helps you a lot.
Yeah, when she's not in Bellingham with her boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that factor.
Yeah,
he
goes to Western, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, how old is this one?
Lily she's 19. She'll be 20 in July.
Okay, because my son owns the biggest nightclub in Bellingham.
Oh, really?
It's called the Wild Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They get 500 kids in there every night. So.
Is it 18 and up or is it 21 and up?
It's 21 and up.
She said they went to an 18 and up club over there one night, but I don't know what the name of it was. Or maybe they do like an 18 and up night, maybe?
They might on a Sunday or something like that.
I don't know how many clubs are over in Bellingham, so
there's a lot.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't spent a lot of time over there. I heard Western's a good school though, and
it's a great school.
Yeah, Caden's going for finance. Yeah, wants to be what is it? CFO, right? Yeah, Chief Financial Officer. That's his goal. We'll see.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
I'm good with that. Because Lily wants to be, she's going to school for anthropology, and I'm like, I'm not sure how you make money in anthropology, so so we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, cool guys.
Well, I just want to say one more plug, please, folks. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, it's a fun time. We're selling tables of 10, or you can take individual tickets as well, and you can also be a sponsor. Sponsorships is wonderful. You can find all that on www.desmoineslegacy.org. We've got all the information there, and all of the proceeds go back to this community for our low-income kids, seniors, the food bank, and just spectacular things for kids to do. We want to engage everyone. That is our goal.
Nice.
And so please help us.
Very cool. How many spots do you have left for like sponsors and stuff? I mean, I guess sponsors, you take as many as you can, right?
We can take as many sponsors as you want, but we're getting close to the, we're
running out of room for logos.
No. We'll put your logo. We've got that step and return. That whole red carpet area is going to be covered with logos.
Okay.
So we can handle more logos. We can handle more donations for the auction. And then, make sure and get your tickets now because it is going to sell out.
Yeah.
There
You guys
don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Don't want to miss it.
I see the stuff on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Yep.
You guys got the codes and everything up there, so
everything's on.
Follow everyone
there.
on the socials.
Yep. Look in the City Currents. We've got a big full page ad in the City Currents. You'll see the banners up hopefully next week.
Yep.
And just come play with us.
And
that's kind of like, come fly with me, come fly
she'll sing for us.
Come on up and sing with us.
Hey, pull her on stage.
I was in the choir. I was in the church choir my whole life.
There you go.
Yeah, and also I will put all the links for everything in this when I post it as well. So
okay, thank you so much.
Legacy Foundation, I will link your website as well.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
and
great.
any socials you guys want me to put in there, just send me the links and I'll make sure it's all in there. So
All right.
if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, find the links.
What a pleasure you are. I
Yeah.
want to
Thank you so
say
much.
that
It's
it's
been
just
fun.
a pleasure to be here with you. The time flew.
It does. It goes by really quick.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's been an hour.
All right, Joey Jewell, thank you very much.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Good
no, it's
time.
great. We got your website. Are you on the socials as well? If people can find you there,
Facebook.
Facebook. All right, perfect. Facebook. There it is, guys. All right, I'm gonna close this out.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Love, peace.
Joe and Hampton, lights dim, it's game time. Interview sharp, cut through like a shank line. Stick lounge, stories unfold, real and raw. From hustlers to dreamers, breaking laws with a claw. Microphone warriors, capturing life's conflicts. Sitting across legends, tales flick like black pics. Drop bars, not mics, knowledge, it rains. From the streets to the beats in every vein. Stick lounge, podcast, tales heavy with the weight. Real lives, gritty stories, never fake. Joe and Hampton, digging deep, no facade.